Now, there are many reports of mums feeling like they're at a disadvantage in the workplace after they have children, but some women who choose not to or can't have children feel that they are the ones being discriminated against. So if having a baby is a lifestyle choice and not a necessity, should those who don't have children get paid me-ternity leave to pursue their passions? So someone who feels very strongly about this on the panel, I'm almost scared to ask you. What do you think, Carol?
Well, before I say anything else, I want to say I love all you women who have children. I think you're brilliant. You're saving the world, in fact. And I'll tell you what... I'm very, very grateful to you for doing it, because that means I don't have to do it. So that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I do think there's a little bit of inequality there, because I see you have, like, say you have a job, you're on full pay, you've got maternity leave for 4 kids, say. Now, what do I get as a non-childbearing person out of that? What do I get?
I'll tell you exactly what you get. You get better pay because you don't take time out to have a kid. Not necessarily. Women's pay falls off a cliff at 29. Why? Because they leave to have babies.
I want a holiday.
So you get better pay,
you get annual leave.
pay. When you go on, say, a skiing holiday and you broke both your arms, which is a lifestyle choice to go on a skiing holiday, somebody sitting next to you who might have kids would fill in while you're at home like this, not doing your job.
No, I don't go on a skiing holiday to break my arms.
No,
I go to go skiing.
You choose to go skiing.
You know what you're doing when you're having that horizontal rope
when you go on that holiday, you get it cheaper because you're not going in the blooming school holidays.
Quite right, too. You wouldn't catch me dead on a holiday in the school holidays.
You get massive, massive advantages.
Kids everywhere.
Meanwhile, I'm having children...
You're so defensive.
...to pay taxes for you when you get older. You've got to keep the population going.
Yeah, but I'm paying for your kids now, or I have done. I paid for all your kids to go to school. I've paid for all your kids. I paid for childcare now. I paid for everyone's bloody childcare.
Your mother had 4 children, including you.
And
if she hadn't,
Social Security.
You wouldn't even be here having this argument.
That's quite right. I wouldn't be. And good job I am. But no thanks to you. You didn't pay for my schooling.
Thanks to your mother.
You did. Yeah, thanks.
No, my mother paid for your schooling.
Well, not really.
She did.
Not really. Not directly, because you probably didn't live where we live.
Swings and roundabouts.
Swings and roundabouts. I quite enjoy just sitting watching the fight on the swings. It's just like being at school. We asked you at home, should women who don't have children be allowed to take me-ternity leave from work on the same pay as maternity? 80% said no.
Correct.
Rebecca says giving birth...
They didn't ask me, did they?
Well, what do you think to this? Rebecca says giving birth is as much strain on a woman's body as having 2 car crashes and breaking multiple bones. It can take as long as 3 years to fully recover. If you agree to these terms, you can have me-ternity leave. A little bit harsh.
I mean, listen, reining it back a bit. I agree that in certain workplaces, there are women who wield their children as a weapon. So they will say, I can never work Christmas Day because I have children.
It's true.
I cannot do the late nights because I have children. I do agree that there are people like that, but not everybody.
And they take time off every time they're sick, and who has to fill in? The poor me sitting there because I haven't got kids. I haven't got an excuse.
But equally...
I want my dog sick. I'm going home in a minute. Can you look after my job for me?
Let's break this down. So instead of maternity leave, you feel then that as a person with no children, that you should have that maternity leave time to go off to follow one of your passions. Like what?
Something. I don't know. I'd go to India and find myself.
You can...
By the company pays.
You can do that You can do that with your annual leave.
No, I can't, because you get... From maternity leave, you get a year. You get a year off.
No, you get 18 weeks.
I know I have the details.
You get 18 weeks.
Go on, Gloria.
So the official word is some mums moving from maternity to shared parental leave. That's a point you haven't talked about yet. Women and men have fought long and hard for maternity leave, and our men have been fighting hard to get a bit of time with their children. But anyway, if you go to a shared maternity leave, may not receive full pay, by the way. Couples expecting a child can share up to 50 weeks of leave and up to 37 weeks of pay between them. They need to share the pay and leave in the first year after their child is born. Anyway, statutory maternity pay is paid up to 39 weeks. You get 90% of your average weekly earnings before tax. For the first 6 weeks, if you're following all of this, 90% of your average weekly earnings, whichever is lower, for the next 33 weeks. So women have worked hard. And,
every single person in this room is sitting here because some woman, and obviously a dad for a few minutes...
I said I was very grateful, didn't I?
No, but they took a lifestyle
carrying on the human
choice
race. What would we do without
to have
you
children.
women?
And sometimes not a choice.
I said it.
Yeah.
I already said that.
Yeah, but you didn't say that in the morning meeting. You said that to temper.
No, I did say that. I did say I'm very grateful to you.
Position.
Oh, thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Thank you for carrying on the human race.